Alrighty, welcome everybody. Game 2, Day 2, SmackDown Reloaded. I'm Colonel Panic and I'm joined by...
Who? Oh, it's Pure Energy. Hi, how you going?
And we are about to get underway here in the first men's game of Day 2. Capital Carnage versus the Coffs Chaos.
No, it's not. Going through all the paperwork just to see if we have the team lists. That's not it. There's one. You have that one.
So in the pink we have Capital Carnage. In the black and teal we have Coffs Chaos. Full mongrel for Coffs. Bust through for an early lead jammer. Coffs teams. Oh my. Wow, that was an apex jump and a half. Full mongrel just airborne past the entire wall of pink. All right. Jam 1, that was a quick 4 points for Coffs. Full mongrel calling it off from the suicide line. Jam number 2, powerful staff. Doppler wearing the staff for the Chaos. But it's Sheriff with lead for Capital Carnage.
He's just so fluffy. Oh my goodness, look at that beard. He clearly shampoos and conditioners and probably puts in a bit of a treatment as well.
I'm pretty sure that is the case. He's got some style here, but he's got some power when wearing that jammer star. Bang! That's 10 quick points.
I remember when he first started jamming and he would go for a lot of back blocks coming very fast. He wouldn't hit the brakes too hard. But now that he's nailed that and he's going for all legal zones, he's having so much success. As you can tell, 5 in the sky for Capital Carnage on that pass.
It's not even a minute into this jam. He's already racked up 15 while Doppler recycled again at the back by the Carnage boys.
Oh, Carnage is so good at forcing cuts.
Another 5 points for Boyd as he draws an out of play. Finally, Doppler gets through to start a scoring pass.
With a big old dip underneath, B-Rad's hit to the outside, but Sheriff going in for a big hit from the Coffs guys, dodges it last second, ducks to the inside and takes it, calling it off nice and early. We're going to start the next one with a blocker apiece in the penalty box.
Doppler looking a little bit tired, coming back to the bench after being recycled so many times by the Carnage boys.
Next up we have Copter for Canberra up against Tick Tick Boom.
Both of these guys pretty good on their skates, but in a very different way. Copter picks up lead, busting up lane 1. Tick Tick tries to follow him, but gets knocked out of bounds.
Slingy goes for a big old hit, also gets out, but cycles himself quickly in front of him. Scoops him back up, and now Tick Tick is fighting up against a strong 3-wall at the front. Picks up a cut track after some very fancy 3-walling at the front of the pack.
Tick Tick's going to have to be careful. He fouled out of yesterday's game. He's one of their go-to guys, so he's going to have to reel those penalties in.
For sure.
Slinger with some beautiful for Copter. Just sweeps that, calls it off, keeps Tick Tick in the box. Going to set up a power start for the men in pink.
Yeah, Slinger went straight for the multiplayer. The Coffs guys dropped it legally right in front of him, but could not keep their bodies close enough together without the hold.
Yeah, it certainly allowed Copter through nice and quick.
We got B-Rad in for Canberra, taking and giving hits at the same time. B-Rad is a mad skate park skater on quads. He's got mad skill.
And he's got mad lead jammer now.
Yeah, he does. Tick Tick kept taking a huge hit to the inside of the track. Somehow finds his feet. But Sheriff does a sneaky tap off and runs away, getting Tick Tick another cut track penalty and an in-sub.
Yeah, the double team by, that was Boyd and Jamie Slamister, forcing another 2 penalties on Tick Tick. We're only 5 minutes in, he's already on 3.
B-Rad calling it off, picking up 5 more points. Canberra is one of those things that the team affectionately, and I say this affectionately, they are very good at it. They're cut slots.
They are cut slots.
But they're so good at it.
The way that really frustrates me when I'm playing against them with their cut slotting is they do it on both sides of the track.
Yes. So you get knocked out on the inside, the person just a nick in front of them, they're the ones that run back even further, and they're sometimes just out of view. You'd think it would be easy to spot fluoro pink, but sometimes there's a lot of stuff going on you don't even notice.
Sometimes they turn that pink invisible to all but the refs.
Yep. I mean, it's meant to be high vis. I should see it, but sometimes, no. Copter having a really hard time up against a beautiful formation at the front of the pack. The Coffs guys are giving him everything.
Oh, and Albie Mangold gets the multiplayer block and the in-sub. He skated the whole way around, turns 3 and 4 before leaving the track.
He followed the apex on the inside. When you get a penalty, you have to leave directly off the track as soon as you're available. There are plenty of opportunities for him to go to the outside, and he didn't take it.
Copter calls that jam, trying to keep Tick Tick in the box, just a fraction of a second too late. So we are going to see full Mongrel take the jammer star for the Chaos.
I wonder what makes him full Mongrel and not half Mongrel.
Yeah, I don't know where that name comes from. That's not his ref name. He has a different name when he's donned the stripes. It's the ref Prince of Hell Yeah. But he's full Mongrel today. Unfortunately, full not lead jammer and fully on the way to the box. That was a blocking with the head.
Oh, I love watching Boyd skate. Sheriff is amazing.
Meanwhile, Sheriff is blocking with the everything legal and getting 5 points for it.
And he was telling me, wow, jumping someone's head. Oh, goodness.
That was one way to do offense. Slinger just leveled the Coffs blocker right in Sheriff's path. So he's like, bugger this, I'm jumping them.
You know what? I would take to ground as opposed to getting hit by him as well.
It looks like the safer option sometimes.
Yeah, well, I played with him in co-ed potluck teams. And you know what? I don't like it when he's not on my team.
I'm trying to think. I think I've only ever played against Sheriff. I've never had him on my side. I've tried to stop him a few times. That doesn't work so well. Yeah,
you're on the wrong end of the stick, that's for sure. Timeout for Coffs being called. Actually, I've done a lot of potluck teams with both. I've played with Thuggers. I've never been on Copter's team, though. That would be nice.
Well, yes, I've been on his team in green and gold every other time I've been against him.
Oh, don't want to name drop, but you know. You know.
Just that team that wears green and sometimes gold.
Sometimes together.
Sometimes
together. Near each other.
He's looking very serious out there. He's directing his pack exactly what he wants. It's only kind of a recent thing we've seen him start with the star. Previously, he's more commonly pivoted and taken star passes, but
yes, with
the move to Canberra, I've seen him starting with the star more often.
He's been in Canberra for a while now, though.
It has been about a year, I guess. Well, yes, because he was at BCR at Nationals.
All right. There you go. Bit of insight into Copter's life.
I saw him Instagramming just this week that he's tipping the scales at 110 kilos for this tournament. That's a lot of mass to try and stop.
That's not that much more than me. There's nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. Plus, you can use the weight and the momentum totally to your advantage, which Copter has done just that. As he instantly hit the wall and stretched them all the way out.
Some very smart jamming there. You saw he just took the weight off his edges so that any block was going to be a clockwise. Coffs blockers didn't fall for that bait.
Yeah. Copter just taking the friendly side on the outside. All of his buddies just kept it open for him and he cruised on through, kind of compressing the Coffs guys to the inside line.
Full mongrel hot on the heels, so Copter with a clean call off. He's looking for 5. He gets 2.
I was looking for 4. Got 2.
But he kept Full mongrel down to nothing. A little bit of shock and awe by the Carnage team there. Richie Slambora lining up against Boyd. Richie benching the Maitland Junkyard Jerks here this weekend and playing for the newly formed
I met him just last week. He trains with Maitland. And I went up and had a training session with them, and they were great. And he jumped in all of the sessions and just kind of listened and took so much advice. It was awesome. Yeah. I think this is his first game was yesterday, so his first tournament as well, and he's just doing great guns. Absolutely.
But doing even greater guns, Boyd just racking up the points there.
Was that like, speaking of guns, Boyd? Welcome to the gun show, ladies.
He's got 10 or... No, that's his first 5. An early lead. There's his 10 points.
Spinning around on the inside line. Makes it look so pretty. So pretty.
Slinger picking up a cut while forcing Richie Slambora out of bounds and recycling him. And
Sheriff just skates very chilled, very calmly backwards through the whole pack, unopposed.
Why skate forward when you can skate backwards? Does it again. Happily picks up 5 more and thinks you'll just call it off there.
They're going to start the next one with a power jam.
Yeah, Richie Sambora just unlucky there at the end. He's going to serve a full 30 seconds in the box when this next jam starts.
I ordered a skim vanilla latte and I didn't double check that they put the vanilla in. I'm quite upset with life right now.
That's like cruel and unusual punishment.
Well, it's a decent coffee, but I need something. I need a little bit of sugar or, well, ideally flavoring. Let's be honest. We got lead jammer for Copter as he's cruising around. Still in a power jam, though the jammer is standing in the penalty box ATM. We're having mass exodus from the track. We've got 2 blockers apiece now in the penalty box. Jammy Slammer has just been released, and so is Ricky. Ricky's coming into the back of the pack. He's taking the opposite way around to enter in, which you don't see so much anymore. People tend to like to, if I just hit the track, I get the momentum to keep going into the back of the pack, and they can't start with me going backwards.
Yeah, I don't know about run up into the pack. It usually just results in penalties in men's derby.
What? Cycling back?
Getting too much of a run up.
Oh, if you've got the momentum and you're going to hit a safe spot, why not? Lay him out. The crowd will love it. I'll love it. I do the same thing with girls' derby. Mind you, I reckon I probably got a bit more weight on myself than these guys. Like, I could take a slinger. Oh, not like hit for hit, but, you know, if I had momentum.
I would believe that.
Yeah, yeah. He
So-
could definitely out-push up me, though. Like, definitely.
Amuse me. Wearing, I think that's the first time he's put the Jammer Star on this game.
Mm-hmm.
Looking focused there. Punches through Boyd. But gets knocked down and out by Slinger.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile,
Well, I think
Beelzebub getting
a cut track.
cut track at the front there. Good opportunity for the Chaos boys here.
I've not
Excuse me,
seen
we-
Beelzebub skate before. Is he fairly new?
He is fairly new to the Carnage roster. And there you have it, Amuse Me. Lead
Wow.
jammer for the Chaos.
Gee, it took about 40 seconds. I reckon that's the longest jam that they haven't had lead. Oh, B-Rad goes for a big old hit.
Oh, and Slinger knocks him down hard.
That was right in front of us, and the floorboards just shook.
It sure did. He's like, I'm done. I'm calling this off.
He's like, you know what? I don't want to go through that again. It's fine. It's fine.
There's just so much men's derby action. Murder Champs happening from St. Louis right now. Your mum's men's on the track against the Magic City Misfits. Misfits, one of my favorite teams to watch. So I may be on a
I
window
have to
in
admit,
front
I
of us
haven't watched much men's derby unless it's been in Australia or right in front of me,
When
which is also in Australia.
When you finish watching this action-packed game of Carnage versus the Chaos,
I'm
I
gonna
suggest you
wanna.
jump on to Whoopta TV because
Yeah.
your mum's men's tied with Magic City right now in the first period.
Holy. I can't wait for
I'm gonna watch this one properly later.
the World Cup next year.
Oh, and another penalty for the Carnage jammer Beelzebub.
Back block penalty. Mind you, the other gem was just coming off for Coffs as well.
Oh, Full Mongrel getting a something penalty. One of those exciting somethings. I missed the hand signal by the jam ref. I do have a giant projector in front
It
of
looked
my
like
face
he used
right
one
now,
hand, but I could be wrong. Back block forearms.
So both jammers back on.
Or
We
something.
do have 1 minute left in this jam. It's going to go the full length.
And we've had a star pass from Capital Carnage.
Jamie Slamister with those bright bond skates. He's going to chase down the pack. Full Mongrel is through first. Neither jammer can call it, so it's just going to be a score fest for the next 44 seconds.
I'm surprised Jamie hasn't done more jamming in these games. He's a really good jammer, particularly if he's got a bit of speed on him. He's got kind of like that whoop, 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 and I'm through. He makes it look accidentally on purpose, and it's a beautiful thing.
And Doppler going to the box there. He's shaking his head. He clearly doesn't agree with that call.
No, I think it was I don't think it was skating out of bounds. I think it was hitting maybe an out of play skater.
We're approximately 1/4 of the way through this Carnage versus Chaos game. Jamie Slamister finally through with some points in the air. The Canberra boys have just clocked over the 100-point mark. Coffs increased their score total to 10.
Carnage is doing great. They're holding to the name. They're making Carnage going on, but Chaos are definitely creating a lot of chaos.
Yeah, matching the points for
Beautiful.
that jam. You got to give it up to the Chaos boys. This is their first time as a real team. The geographical distance between some of their skaters,
Oh.
I believe it's about 7 hours drive
Yep.
between some of them.
We've got our jammer that's just picked it up now, Richie. He's comes all the way from Maitland up to Coffs to train.
Yeah, that's about a 4-hour drive.
That is a long drive and a lot of petrol, and
Thrift shopper from Armidale,
Yeah.
so that's about a 6-hour drive to Coffs. 5 or
Is it?
6 hours.
no,
It's a-
is it really that
yeah,
far?
it's a long way.
Wow, it's been a while since I've gone there.
Doppler just hammers the floor in frustration, picking up the outer play block there. Richie, though, with lead, calls it off with 4. So it's going to be one each in the box. B-Rad just going to hang out with Doppler for 30 seconds. Tick Tick Boom wearing the Jammer Star. He got 3 penalties in a row when he wore it earlier. Let's see if he can do a bit more with it now.
Oh. and somehow
bang.
just flukely, no, I'm not going to say a fluke, mad skills, just kind of steps and falling with style in front of the pack, picks up lead. Rushes the wall, but so does the opposition jammer.
Boyd sneaks all 4 points while Tick Tick only gets 3. That was a brutal effort by both jammers. Just like, I want those points.
I'm just watching Jamie. He tried to hold up 3 fingers, or 2 fingers, but the fingers that he tried to hold up, he's got 2 of them taped together, and he just couldn't figure it out. And he's like, and then he's just switched hands. Just made me giggle. Copper doing some defensive blocking at the back, taking himself
Jammer
off.
defense getting the penalty. That sometimes happens when you go Jammer D.
Well, he knew he was getting the penalty, so he's kind of like, "Oh, you're coming back to talk to me, aren't you?" So he's just starting to skate off. He was already sitting in the penalty box when the ref called the penalty, but it was well known. He was just trying to see the number before he said it. That's all.
Oh, some serious clockwise blocking action over there.
Yeah,
Slinger going to the box for it.
Unwillingly, now he knows. It took him a while to get there, but he got there in the end.
Amuse Me picks up 5, tries to call it off before Copter's release, just that moment too late.
And Copter is doing this new sneaky thing that everyone's taking off their panty and holding it.
It's pretty
in the penalty
sneaky.
box. It's pretty
you don't
sneaky.
notice it.
Particularly if you've got someone
Like,
who
hey, that's a
jams
blocker.
and blocks. That, like, if you see someone who only ever jams and they take it off, you can pick it pretty quickly. But when you've got someone like Copter who jams, blocks, does all the things, pivots, when he takes it off, you're kind of like, I can't remember what you went in there for.
That does happen.
Particularly if you've got a memory like a sieve, like I do. Orgasmo tries to take the inside line. Copter doing, again, what I affectionately call a cut slut. Taking it all the way back, just taking it all. Taking it all. Gaz dropping a shoulder right into Jamie. Jamie's like, oh, I think it was a forearms.
So
Well, Gaz-
Boyd picks up the 5 points and then's like, well, I'm done with scoring points. I'm going to block the crap out of this jammer.
You know why he blocked the crap out of that jammer? To get his 2 blockers out. That was perfect.
That was
absolutely perfect.
smart, Derby.
I feel like they were
Strong
just
Derby.
comparing beards. Because
I-
every time
I'm-
Gaz gets out of the pack, it's funny because Farslap, who plays for CRDL, when she gets out of the pack, she flicks her long braids over one shoulder and over the other. When Orgasmo gets out of the pack, he strokes his beard. Have you noticed? Watch it.
That could be a thing. We were discussing in the men's game yesterday that Gaz does have the most epic beard of the men's tournament here
Oh,
at SmackDown
Really?
Reloaded.
I mean, you can't say that when Sheriff is around.
Well,
Or what about full mongrels? That is like a full beard. Like that is fluffy.
well,
And it's got a little bit of ginge. Like, you get bonus points for
we might need to poll
ginge.
this.
Huh?
We might need to poll the
I think we
results of
will.
this.
I think this is something moving forward. Men's roller derby should have an MVP award and the greatest beard award.
Well, we did it at the World Cup last year, and 2 Aussies jointly won it.
Well, you know what? Like, I'm never going to fly the flag for facial hair. It's never going to be my thing. But I can appreciate that some people like it. That's fine. Whatever.
Well, I think, you know, the fact that the Aussies did win the World Cup Beard Award, jointly won it,
Mm-hmm.
I think says something about men's derby down under.
Apparently, it's not hot enough already. They need to add more hair on their face. What are you suggesting?
I didn't say what it says. I just said it says something.
It says something. It says, go shave your face. Go do this.
Well, I don't know how they play in that much facial hair. It's itchy and hot, but
It's not my jam, that's all I'm saying.
You don't see it overseas. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. In
Oh,
Europe,
no.
don't they have those massive competitions about
Oh, yeah,
styling
I mean
moustaches
an
and
overseas derby.
oh, obviously
Though Captain Obvious from Bridgetown, he's got a pretty epic beard.
from Bridgetown.
Yeah.
Where's Bridgetown?
Portland.
That's in England.
No, that's in America.
Isn't there Portland in England? I swear I've been to Portland.
That's Portsmouth.
No, I don't know.
Portland is like just down a bit from Vancouver.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. I mean, you seem to be a pretty honest guy
it's where
about
Rose
things.
City comes from.
From where?
Rose City.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
that really good.
I've heard of them.
women's team.
I have heard of them. I think most people in the derby community have heard of them.
Well, they have a men's team called Bridgetown, and they have a skater for them called Captain Obvious, who has an epic beard.
I'm not going to say, is it obvious? Because you know what? I'm not in the mood for dad jokes.
Meanwhile, talking of epic beards, B-Rads isn't too epic this weekend, but it's groomed, which is, I think, adds some points.
All right.
We're seeing some confusion there. B-Rad's knocked down a bounds by Tick Tick, who's the Chaos Jammer. B-Rad's like, I'm good, I'm just going to hang out. Marching Orders is just going to stack all by himself. Someone's getting an in-sub. That would be Thrift Shopper. He was just standing on the track while Axiomatic was just...
Everyone was sitting down because he had a penalty, but he was in the line for it. But when they stood, he was like, they haven't told me to go yet.
Well, he's going to sit for a minute now.
It looks like...
Tick-Tick's just like hanging out still. He's like, hey, why isn't he coming back with me?
He may as well just chill for a bit and get his blocker out if he wants.
Well,
we've got 6 more minutes.
There's a minute left in this jam. So Brutal just picks up another penalty while nothing's happening.
The funny thing is B-Rad is like... he's so chilled he didn't even see him going for a run. But B-Rad is probably one of the most patient, impatient people I know. He's so chilled with life, but wants to go and do everything at the same time. He was actually saying to Tic Tac, he's like, can we go so we can do the skating things? Is that cool?
Well, B-Rad picks up the lead after all that's happening. There's only 20 seconds left in this jam. Tick Tick finally throwing his scoring pass, and B-Rad's going to call it off with 4. Oh, and Tick Tick sneaks a sneaky little one at the end. Sneaky.
Any points when you're not lead need to be celebrated with a nice cold beverage.
Such as your hot coffee here.
No, I need this first. Cold beverage later. Coffee first. So mind you, what's the time now? It's 20 past 11 on a Sunday. I'd be at training anyway by now. Sydney Roller Derby, you're all doing training. I'm sitting here talking into a microphone. But shout out, hello.
They're probably watching this on the archive then.
Yes.
While we're on this official timeout, just a big shout out to our sponsors, Flash Ramps, flashramps.com.au. They build all your grind
ramps.
blocks, all your quarter pipes, all your mini ramps, delivery all across New South Wales, and rentals too. OK Derby, but sponsoring our penalty box this weekend. Tavish Designs, Derby owned and run design. And of course, Sydney Derby Skates, they've been sponsoring Downunder Derby TV since coverage started. The bandwidth to bring this to you in full HD is not free. So thank you to all those sponsors that make it possible to bring you live HD Derby across the country. Now,
all the Derby.
Axiomatic just having a chat with the penalty box staff about Thrift Shoppers penalties. Now we're still confused as Game Over comes and talks to more of the penalty box staff going, okay, Brutal's been released, so everyone that was in the box now isn't. That was weird.
I don't know if it's just because I haven't had enough coffee yet or that was confusing.
That was confusing.
Okay, cool. Just checking. Just checking.
There were people in the box, and now there's not.
Well, the Thuggers.
Well, Thuggers is in there.
Which Thugganoit I affectionately call Hugganoit because he's so lovely. He's so lovely. And so cuddleable.
So it's
Awesome.
4 versus 3 in the pack. Jamie Slamister going one-on-one on Amuse Me.
That was
He's
a
trying
really
to
interesting
draw the,
blocking.
Trying to draw it clockwise. It's not working.
No, and Carnage are playing very calm. Copper's not going anywhere.
No one's going anywhere, so I'm expecting a stop block to happen any moment, but so far it hasn't. And Amuse Me, bang, he gets lead. Copter follows him right out of the pack.
Yeah, right in his tailwind. If they were any closer, if Amuse Me decided to do a little bit of a fart, Copter would get that in the eye, right in the eye, like pink eye. It matches his outfit, to be fair.
No one needs that.
No one needs that. There's never anything like that anyone ever needs.
So 1 point snuck, just Boyd's point was all that Amuse Me got there.
The ref just skated over past our table and did a T-stop, and the vibrations went straight up the chair. Scared the crap out of me. Holy mackerel.
And while you were being scared, Boyd was getting lead.
Yeah,
That just happened.
just kept stepping on through.
Full mongrel pushing hard against Slinger and Darth Vader. Not out yet. Now he gets through. But Boyd's like, I've got all the points. I'll just pull it off.
Yeah, playing it safe.
We're counting down to halftime here. There's just 3.5 minutes left in period 1. 129 plays 24. Coffs just chipping away, building experience here. Every minute of track time is helping them. They still have one more game yet to play this evening.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Copter.
Just smashes Amuse Me to the ground, smashes his way up lane 4 for
And
a
on his
solid
toe
lead.
stops with a sideways step. Very fancy. Very fancy. He's proving that the Dory effect isn't just for the skinny bitches. Well, you know, Dory, because you look at the fish that way and you can see them, then they turn sideways and they almost disappear. Just proven, if you got the balance, why not? Do it on the outside, do it on the inside.
I think a few of the Coffs boys saw him and then just got leveled by him.
Yeah. Copter calling it off. Seeing how many points he secured. He got all 4 in that round.
The Carnage boys not taking too many risks here in this game. They're calling early. They do have a short turnaround to their next game against the Tweed Valley Vikings. That should be, well, that's my prediction of the closest men's game of the weekend.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really exciting after seeing how, knowing that Smash and Carnage play each other quite regularly.
Oh, B-Rad absolutely leveling Amuse Me. He's kind of limping back up while B-Rad heads off to the box for a forearms. I know what that feels like. Getting leveled by B-Rad is never a fun thing.
Carnage just deciding just to hit everyone. Why not just hit everyone? We've got both jammers in the penalty box. They're going to...
Tick picks up another one.
They're going to release B-Rad now. And he's roaming free, ready to dish out some carnage of his own. Chaos bridging them all the way back. This is where I think if you go derby direction, if you go fast enough and they're still trying to bridge you back before they notice, you can just juke in and out and in and out and in and out. Skate Slinger receiving a star pass perfectly. B-Rad just pushed the wall all the way up and compressed him right onto Carnage. Star pass and Slinger, one of the most dangerous jammers in the state, in the country.
Well, he's definitely been training as a jammer with the Wizards of Oz. He's got some handy new skills up his belt that he's been training. Oh,
Oh.
and B-Rad sends a flying hit towards Tick Tick and sends Tick Tick flying.
Tick Tick.
Oh, and look at that footwork by
Oh,
Slinger. He ducks, he
goodness.
spins, he doesn't touch a soul as he goes round for 5 points.
Just mad skill everywhere. So much.
His height adjustment is what just really
Just-
amazes me. He's
just
like down,
then-
up, down, up.
Yeah. Just then I saw B-Rad get done for a low block and a forearms at the same time.
Wow, that's a skill.
Well, I think it was just the different views that they saw. So they saw a trip and then they saw an arm come after it. So one ref saw one thing, one ref saw another. It's just an angle. But I assume it will only get one penalty for it.
So we are going into halftime here. SmackDown Reloaded Day 2. Capital Carnage from Canberra leads 152 points to Coffs Chaos 24. We're going to be back in just under 10 minutes for the second half for more brutal, sweaty action. For the meantime, though, we're going to go and hear a word from our broadcast sponsors.
I'm going to scull my coffee and then get a cold beverage and then we'll be back.
We'll see you then.
Lovely.
Place your order.
Easy to maintain. Our high-end bearings are self-healing, and all of our bearings are easy to maintain.
The Sydney Dogs and Cats Home takes in over 4,000 homeless animals every year. The job of finding new owners can take up to several months, and upgrades to the pet enclosures are urgently needed. You can help by making a tax-deductible donation or adopting a pet yourself. Go to sydneydogsandcatshome.org to find out more and help give these animals what they need most, a loving home. This ad is sponsored in part by IAMS Pet Food.
Easy to clean. Our complete maintenance packages have everything you need to keep your bearings clean and keep you rolling. Better Bearings is value for money. All our bearings have an ABEX 7 rating or over, so you buy quality and you don't have to pay a fortune for it. At Better Bearings, we're all about better service. We know what we're talking about. If you've got problems, give us a call. Better Bearings are reliable and long-lasting. Spend less time mucking around with your gear and more time on the track. betterbearings.com.au.
Hi, I'm Susie from Sydney Derby Skates. We stock a wide range of products from all the best brands. Did you know that the Sydney Derby Skates website is up to date with stock levels and will only let you buy something if it's actually in stock? We pride ourselves on having awesome customer service and very quick delivery. Usually items are sent the very same day you place your order.
Easy to maintain. Our high-end bearings are self-healing, and all of our bearings are easy to maintain.
The Sydney Dogs and Cats Home takes in over 4,000 homeless animals every year. The job of finding new owners can take up to several months, and upgrades to the pet enclosures are urgently needed. You can help by making a tax-deductible donation or adopting a pet yourself. Go to sydneydogsandcatshome.org to find out more and help give these animals what they need most, a loving home. This ad is sponsored in part by IAMS Pet Food.
Easy to clean. Our complete maintenance packages have everything you need to keep your bearings clean and keep you rolling. Better Bearings is value for money. All our bearings have an ABEX 7 rating or over, so you buy quality and you don't have to pay a fortune for it. At Better Bearings, we're all about better service. We know what we're talking about. If you've got problems, give us a call. Better Bearings are reliable and long-lasting. Spend less time mucking around with your gear and more time on the track. betterbearings.com.au.
Hi, I'm Susie from Sydney Derby Skates. We stock a wide range of products from all the best brands. Did you know that the Sydney Derby Skates website is up to date with stock levels and will only let you buy something if it's actually in stock? We pride ourselves on having awesome customer service and very quick delivery. Usually items are sent the very same day you place your order.
Easy to maintain. Our high-end bearings are self-healing, and all of our bearings are easy to maintain.
The Sydney Dogs and Cats Home takes in over 4,000 homeless animals every year. The job of finding new owners can take up to several months, and upgrades to the pet enclosures are urgently needed. You can help by making a tax-deductible donation or adopting a pet yourself. Go to sydneydogsandcatshome.org to find out more and help give these animals what they need most, a loving home. This ad is sponsored in part by IAMS Pet Food.
Okay, sports fans, welcome back to SmackDown Reloaded. Day 2, Capital Carnage versus Coffs Chaos. You can see the penalty board there as it stands coming out of halftime. Couple of skaters in trouble, as we saw yesterday. Boom for the Chaos. He's on 4. B-Rad for Carnage is on 4. And Thuggernaut also on 4. Oh, 187 Albie Mangled He's on 4. And 277 Doppler. So a few skaters not deep in penalty trouble, but they're going to have to clean their act up if they're going to want to stay in this game. Just a few seconds left before the teams get back underway. Refs are just doing a final check of the track. And for those who've been sneaking a look at Murder Champs during halftime, Magic City Misfits totally bringing it to your mums. Your mums 3-time champions looking to make it a 4-peat. The Misfits, I believe they're ranked 8th or 9th in Murder right now. They are also on a track repair timeout. Super exciting close game. Still in the first period there in St. Louis. All right, but here in Port Macquarie, the weather is heating up, the action is heating up. One each in the box. It looks like both pivots, maybe. There's definitely no, yeah, I think it's both pivots are in the box. 3 blockers each. No, the pivot stripes returning to Boyd's hand. A little bit of just a miscommunication on the period clock there. It seems to have started prematurely. There it is, reset. We are now ready to start the second period. Capital Carnage from Varsity Derby League in Canberra in the fluoro hot pink. Coffs Chaos in the black and teal from, well, nominally Coffs, but as far away as Armidale and Maitland. Copter wearing the Jammer Star for the Carnage. Full Mongrel, a Coffs local, wearing that Coffs Chaos C on his front with lead Jammer. Copter stashes it and goes Jammer defensive. He's going to draw Full Mongrel back, well, 40 feet, 50 feet, 60 feet, as far as he wants, because he's the Jammer. And Full Mongrel picking up a back block. That's going to lose lead Jammer status and send... Well, apparently Copter's now lead. I'm not quite sure how that's going to work, but he's getting pointed at. No, he's not anymore. I think there was just some confusion there about the lead Jammer status. Copter's now going to have to go 59 more seconds. Sticks 5 points on the board. Still 45 seconds. Some nice offense. Sweeping Gaz off the track. Holding Brutal as a goat. Full Mongrel's now back on. Slams into Thuggernaut. Stays in bounds. Finishes that scoring pass and picks up the points that he earned. Copter's going to line up. Line up Full Mongrel, looked him straight in the eyes and just took that hit. No penalties, no one knocked over. Those big boys just yeah, have a bit of a handshake. They're like, well, there's no time left in the clock. Let's not hurt each other. Nice sportsmanship there. All right, so that's going to extend Capital Carnage 165 to Coffs Chaos 33. We actually have no one in the penalty box right now. Although only 3... Oh, sorry, Boyd is standing in the penalty box. I just couldn't see him behind the bench. So we have everyone on track right now. Slinger wearing the star for Carnage. Albie mangled, force him out of bounds, but goes down himself. Richie Slambora wearing the Jammer star for the Chaos. He's now on his scoring pass, but Slinger just picks up 4 points and calls it calm as you like. Now they're just resetting for jam number 3. So this will be going into jam number 4. Copter wearing the star again. Been high rotation jamming this weekend. Tick Tick wearing the star also. Been a bit of a go-to player for the Chaos. Copter though just up the inside line. Doesn't need a lot of speed to get a lot of lead jammer. Tick Tick forces his way through. Jamie Slamister going down as Tick Tick gets on his scoring pass. It's a bit of a pile up in the pack there. Copter able to call it off. Picks up only 3 points before Tick Tick comes in. And Pure Energy has come back to the mic.
Yes, I found my way back. I had to get some water to lubricate my vocal cords because I've been yelling and hollering all weekend.
Nothing to do with the alcohol last night?
No. Maybe. No. Maybe. Yes. No.
All right. Boyd with that nicely shampooed beard picks up lead jammer. Richie Slambora held behind a strong free wall of Darth Vader, Skate Slinger, and B-Rad. But now he's out.
Yeah, he jumps over Thuggernaut's massive legs on the inside line.
These Chaos Jammers are getting out more easily than they were in the first period. That's definite progress. Keeping Carnage to single pass jams. All right, we're going to see competing 3 walls, a blocker each in the box. 3 on 3 with a jammer each. Amuse Me going up against Copter. Again, Copter, despite lifting all those heavy things, including heavy sandwiches, seems to have his cardio going pretty well. The refs looking, is that a cut on Copter? No. They call it legal, but he is recycled back.
Oh, and Jamie Slamster recycling Arouse Me. All the Arouse, Amuse. Amuse Me. Arouse Me sounds pretty funny though. I feel like that should be someone's derby name.
Copter just calmly gets lead jammer on a little bit of a reset, focus and nod before he comes back into the pack. Braces, stays in bounds. 5 points.
Brutal picking up a pack destruction penalty. A cat truck being called on Amuse Me. So we got a power jam and lead to Carnage with Copter in charge.
Power jam.
So corny, I love it.
Copter just gets that last point of full mongrel, calls it off. He's happy for a power start.
And on 1 foot as well.
It was a very stylish call off. He's a stylish man.
It's classy. It's just classy and chilled and calm. All the things.
I don't know about classy. Stylish.
Why not classy? What's your beef with classy?
I don't know what defines a classy call off as opposed to a stylish call off.
I think stylish you got to try for.
Classy's
Classy is just a natural thing.
Thank you, ref. I would like to call it off now.
Yes. Yes. Particularly when you're on the outside and there's all this drama going on. If you can't get eyes on your jammer, ref, then it's kind of a little bit harder to hold. Thuggernaut making some space and holding Orgasmo at bay. Also picking up a cat truck penalty, so that's another blocker to the bin for Coffs. Saginaw getting a counter block penalty. He's on his way to the box as well. Sitting in the chili bin for 30 seconds.
So Bellsbub pushing against a solid 2-wall of Tick Tick Boom and Albie Mangold not getting anywhere though. Allows Amuse-Me to pick up lead. Bellsbub now out on his scoring pass. Some good offense by Slinger and B-Rad springs him. Amuse-Me though picks up 4 clean points. Is he going to call it? No, he's going to keep going. He's going to wind the clock. Take advantage of the fact that his team has more blockers on the track and the long jams paid off for him.
Yeah.
Signaled 4 points because Beelzebub is still going.
Beelzebub looks like he's going for a stash or a pass.
Well, there's the point. There's the lap point. So that long jam really paying off for Coffs now. 46 points. It's a 13-point jam so far.
Slingy getting through, but not lead and didn't have the panty on his head. So he didn't get any points because that was a scoring pass, but because the panty wasn't on his head, he still is an inactive jammer.
Yeah, it looked like Beelzebub did do the pass before picking up any points.
Yeah, definitely
so
did the pass, and then as he passed it in at the back of the pack as well, so if he could have whipped it on, he would have gotten the points for getting all the way through. Derby's just got so many things to try and think of while
Star
people
passes,
are hitting you.
Star passes on a scoring pass are so tricky because you train those initial pass ones where it's like just hold it in your hand and get
and just
out
get
of there.
through. Yeah. Mind you, how many times have you been in a wall and not realized that your jammer has gone through?
I don't know how many times.
I think it's a regular thing because if you're so focused on the other jammer and the other jammer seems to be having success and before you know it, they're stuck in the pack as well, you kind of go, oh, have they been there the whole time? I'm not even sure. That's where communication of the pack, particularly from Benchy to the pack to the jammer, needs to be communicated constantly. It's a hard job being a Benchy, that's for sure.
It is. I lose my
Multiplayer.
voice regularly benching for the team I coach, just telling the jammers every few seconds what's happening.
But you got to tell the pack the same
You
thing.
gotta tell the pack.
Because sometimes you're communicating so much with the jammer that the pack haven't quite figured out what's going on yet, then they just need a quick verbal as well. But the great thing is, if you communicate, you think about the pack being on the other side of the track, jammer comes around, you say something to them, they can communicate it to the pack on the other side, particularly when you've got a lot of voices like we have today of the crowd. Kind of getting someone a little bit closer, may as well be the jammer, communicating the whole thing
they
through
can
as well.
pass it through. I certainly, just last week ran a coaching session on pivoting where certainly my opinion on it is that the pivot is the voice of the jammer in the pack. So I communicate stuff to the pivot and they relay it.
Ricky came in so fast then by the time Copter called it off. Copter picked up the 4 points, but
Ricky picked up 3.
Ricky picked up 2 that were on the track and the box point, or old school ghost point.
NOTT if you're going to be technical.
Ghost point. It's forever going to be a ghost point for me. And Boyd, Sheriff, kept himself at the front of the pack, keeping his point nice and safe. Massive run up by Full Mongrel. He sees the opening on the outside and Sheriff closes it down. Slinger gets down low and go around the outside of the Coffs wall. He's out with the lead jammer. I can hear so many steps, but Full Mongrel is out and on the chase.
Well, Sheriff with some fancy hips there, just taps Full Mongrel out of bounds. Gives Slinger all the time he needs. It's beautiful stuff.
Slinger's always so zen. Like, I feel like he has a little sandbox with a little rake and he's just, every time he's off the track, it's like, I'll just chill out. Okay, cool. We're good to go again. And you know what? I believe that if you're a really calm team, you will stress out the other team.
Oh, totally.
And it's a good way to psych them out as well. That's something with my home teams we do all the time. We're just like, okay, we're going to keep it really calm and we're going to make them do all the penalties and make them do all the work.
Well, I remember a fun game that Smash played once. We came up with all these verbal cues for our calls that were all really silly things. And we basically tried to psych the other team out by just saying silly stuff all the time that actually did mean stuff, and it worked.
Really?
Yeah.
I just say silly stuff all the time.
So
Can't
we
even
had-
help it. It's not beneficial. It just happens.
We had all these plays that started with particular letters, so we just like anything that started with those letters.
Oh, that
Was
is
the play.
way too deep for me. Keep it simple, stupid. That's how I run.
And so we would literally sit there at the start of the jam just coming up with stupid things to say as long as it started with that letter.
I had when I was commentating one of the other games, we had the white rice and the black books, and the head tournament officials and refs came up to me and they said, you need to do more puns here. You need to do cooking puns, measurement puns. And so I pulled out like, oh, they're going cover to cover, oh, on to the next chapter, blah, blah. It was really hard. These refs are so intelligent, they make things very difficult. Beautiful assist at the front of the pack by Vader. Just holding the inside line and just doing a little tiny scooch, clearing the way for Sheriff to just scooch on through that inside line. Slinger doing some beautiful one-on-one blocking at the front of the pack up against Tick Tick Boom. Oh, and a skater goes flying to the inside. Albie mangled, getting sent off for it.
Darth Vader holding his jaw. That was a big hit to the ground.
He's been on fire this tournament. He's really been on fire. He's one of those skaters that you don't realize he's there until he does something at the last second. But you don't even realize he's right in your space.
Yeah, over the last 6 months, I've really seen him develop into a strong blocker. He's able to hold a
But
lane.
he's shady. You just don't.
It's
he's-
like, oh, I'll take that lane. Hang on.
It's kind
Boom.
of like he's undercover. Like, again, you'd think fluoro pink would be something that you would see, but he's right in your space. You're looking behind. And just at the last second, he just a little love tap. That's all that their jammers need.
I think I think I've worked out what it is about the fluoro pink. It glows so much that
Yeah.
you can't see the edges of the skaters. They just
Yep.
kind of like have an aura, and you don't know where
Have
they
you
end.
thought maybe you need glasses?
That only happens to pink. Maybe I need like
Maybe.
tinted,
Yeah.
like chromatically assigned glasses.
You know what? You should go get your eyes checked. You can get it for free and get the full reimbursement from your health fund.
No, because I've already maxed out my health fund.
Oh. And
Physio will do
how
that
was
too.
that again?
That would be $1,000 of physio already in the last 3 months.
Oh, I hate physios. No offense if you're a physio and watching, I'm sure you're fantastic, but I haven't had great experiences.
Oh, the physio's been great, just the bills hurt.
Oh, okay. I'm all about chiropractors. Cut track penalty for Chaos, full mongrel.
Full mongrel trying to work out which way to leave the track. He's just having a chat with the with Jamref Todorod. Interesting call. Like, I guess he left the track because he was on the.
No, he disagreed with it so much. He just kept rolling around. He's like, "You sure about it? You sure?" And they're like, "Oh, okay, no, you."
Surely someone should be in the box for that.
No, well, what happened was he went, I didn't step back in, so he must have straddled the line and then just kind of stayed near Todorod and was like, I straddled, I didn't go back in. This foot is still down, still down. I'm not even going to re-enter the track. And eventually he's like, oh, yeah, no, you're cool.
He just talked him into not penalising him.
Hey, if it saves you an official review, I say do it. I don't know if that's making a Benchy coming out and being like, if you can turn it without wasting, why not? Why not?
Yeah. We had a get in the game last night. We had a skater convince the ref that he was lead jammer to call it off, and he sat there for a whole lap of the opposing jammer, convincing the ref that he was lead, and called it off, and then went to the box for the illegal call off. It was something I've not seen before.
It was pretty confusing.
It took him a good 20 seconds. It was about 15 seconds to convince the ref to call it off.
but
He's like, I am lead. Anyway.
Well, he should be in sales if he's that convincing. Just saying.
It worked.
But it was so funny. He was sitting in the box. I'm like, you remember this is going to be streamed and everybody's going to see what you just did. You gotta have faith in the refs. Like, they're pretty damn good. Like, far out. Oh, interesting lineup. So Chaos spread themselves out on the line.
Boom, man. That amused me. Sneaks up the inside lane for a strong lead jammer there. Thuggernaut, I don't think we've seen him wearing
No,
the star yet this
he
game.
hasn't.
He's going to bust out some moves.
I can't help but have so much love for Thuggers. Look, he's just
look
gone
at
through.
that. He just...
Jammer, what jammer? Just keep going.
He's just got some momentum on him and just...
Well, I feel like there was, like, full mongrel looked like he was blocking a blocker. He was taking out Slinger, which may have been their plan. I mean, you don't want that guy anywhere near you. But I think they overcommitted to keeping the pivot out of the way, yet they got lead. No beef. And then Thuggers went kind of through, and they kind of saw it was Thuggers and went, oh, okay, it's just another block. No, he's got the star on, cruising on through. There's so many things.
And then they forgot to block him on the scoring
I
pass.
know. There's so many. Well, maybe they didn't realize how fast he was coming around the track. I mean, he has long legs, long, powerful legs.
A lot of tall men on the Carnage team. Richie Slabora, lead jammer for the Chaos.
And all the Maitland girls are here supporting. He's their coach.
Big cheers.
They love
from
him long
the
time.
suicide seats.
Yeah.
Boom, one to beat. Slinger puts up some defense, and Richie Slambora calls it off. 4 points to nothing. Nice work by the Chaos.
It's really funny. The Maitland girls have all got shirts made up for Richie. And so I can't read you what they say on the shirts, but they're all things to go along with the shortened version of Richard and all variations.
Yeah.
So they love Richard.
Yeah. Everyone loves Richard.
Go hard, Richard. A lot of those kind of names. They've got it all on their shirts. They got them especially printed, and they only showed him on Friday because they didn't want to put him off.
Yeah.
Cut track penalty
I see
on the
MRG loves Richard.
MRG loves Richard. They do. You know what? They really do.
And Sheriff Boyd, he's just so strong.
Strong like mountain, like the most agile mountain that you have ever seen.
I've noticed here, I'm not sure when he changed skates. He has different skates to what I'm used to seeing him in. He's running the Vapors with an Avenger set up. It seems to be working for him.
You're into your gear, aren't you? Goodness gracious. I wouldn't even spot it. I just go, they've got rolly things. Cool. Whatevs.
Well, you know, they're a nice boot. The same ones I roll in.
I think I just saw my favorite singlet. Richard's All Mine. I like that. It's very good. It's very punny. I apologize. I won't do any more of those. I'm sorry.
Yeah, please don't.
Assist from the in and the out. Gets the pack moving.
So I'm not sure what happened there. We're starting in a full power jam with Amuse-Me sitting in the box. Was that like an illegal engagement?
I think it was a cut truck.
No.
I can't see all the penalties at the moment because there is a very pregnant lady in the middle of the track. I can't see past a baby bump.
So Amuse-Me's number 003. He's there for a cut track. You're right.
I'm a lady. I'm always right. The sooner you realize that, the better off you'll be.
So Capital Carnage, only 3 points added to their total there. Amuse-Me is now out of the penalty box. So again, they're just playing those short jams here, saving themselves for the game against the Vikings a bit later on today.
I'm so excited for that game. It's going to be awesome. Sheriff being recycled to the back of the pack by Tic Tic. Setting up a nice 3-wall. Sheriff goes in quite high to the outside, but avoids anyone's head, which I think is nice, and that's the ultimate goal. But he's out with lead jammer after pushing his way through the inside line. In the meantime, Amaze getting a cut track penalty. Very sneaky. Like I said, they love their cuts at Carnage. Skate Slinger bringing it all the way back to the rear.
Oh, and look at that
See?
footwork.
Classy.
That was classy.
He's classy. He's
Just
classy
swinging his foot
and
like he
fluffy,
was,
which I think is usually a struggle for most people.
Looked
You
like
pick
he
one
was
or the
trying
other.
to sing in the rain of some sort. With his foot swinging as he just skipped up the inside line.
When was the last time you watched Singing in the Rain?
No, not that long ago.
Not that long ago?
So I have no idea what the score is from Murder Chance because their video overlay has died.
Oh. Isn't one derby game watching enough for you?
Never. But don't worry,
Mine
you have the video overlay here.
Yeah.
You can see that there is 8 minutes 45 left in this game of Capital Carnage versus Coffs Chaos. 247 plays 58. Copter's like, well, I need recycle. No, that was a penalty. I'm out of here. 5 points to the boys in pink.
You know what though? Pink is... It's a slimming colour on them. It just works with the complexion. It makes them look more tanned, which I think is nice. Cheaper than getting a spray. Less dangerous than being in the sun.
I'm not sure it makes Copter and Boyd and Thugs coming at you any less scary.
Oh no. Not at all.
Oh, someone's getting a high block. That'll be Slinger, and someone else is getting a misconduct. That'll be, no idea. There's too many people in the penalty box. I think that was Brutal from the Chaos picking up the misconduct there. That would be for the blocking after the whistle.
Oh, blocking after the whistle is so hard if you've really, you're giving it in, you're giving it all. Having a flex off on the track. Tic Tic and Sheriff. Tic Tac, the sole blocker.
So the I don't know if you can see it on the live stream. Yes, you can. The Carnage guys are having a bit of a power huddle, and Tic Tic's just hanging out with them.
Yeah, he's like, so what are you going to do? Because I'm going to try and stop this.
That'd be nice to know. You just let me know what's going on. He's the only blocker on the track because Full Mongrel, Orgasmo, and Brutal are all in the box for the Chaos. So Pack is Tick Tick Boom. What can he do against Jamie Slamister? The answer is knock him off balance, but not enough to slow him down for more than a few seconds.
I don't think he had more than 2 wheels on the floor at any one time on that little spin. It was just step, 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 step.
But Richie Slambora, good agility and power, gets through that big 3 wall of pink.
Full Mongrel keeping his points away from Capital Carnage.
That's a good penalty kill. 3-0 only. Starting on such a disadvantage, and we're going to get a team timeout from Capital Carnage. Let's see if we can get you a shot of the penalty board here. Let's see if I can multitask as a camera operator as well.
Oh, she's all over it. First time on the decks and killing it.
So who's that that's fouled out? That is number 1, Brutal, has just fouled out. So that last misconduct penalty was his 7th.
Bugger.
Looks like Albie Mangold's fouled out again for the 2nd time this weekend out of 2 games.
You know what? He leaves nothing left on the track. There is nothing left. He goes 175%, 0.3.
Well, technically you're correct because he's left no jams on the track.
No jams.
We still have 6 minutes 59 left in this game. Looks like most of the guys in pink have been clean. I know, so 2 of them were on 4 at halftime, and no one's above 4. So this period they've really cleaned up.
Well, on Carnage they've got 2 on 5, 1 on 4, and the rest
blind.
are pretty low penalties.
So that's a pretty good change in their gameplay, cleaning up the penalties and racking up 263 points already this game.
Well,
I'm going to get rid of this shot of someone's knee pad now. Oh, scoreboard's back on Murder Champs, but unfortunately Magic City is slipping a little bit down. Compter going jammer on jammer again, and
picking up a
once
counter.
again, not paying off for him. Maybe he should stop doing those penalties.
No, yeah.
Not doing penalties is always a good plan.
Yeah.
Derby. That leaves Amuse-Me getting low, getting fast, and getting 5 points for the Chaos.
He's a tall skater, but when he gets down low, disappears a little bit. Orgasmo doing some assisting at the front of the pack. Skates with a huge hit right on the apex,
Slinger
just giving him the
didn't
momentum to keep going.
Slinger didn't even look at him then.
No.
He's like, I know where he is, I'm going to hit him, and I'm just going to go back and not even turn my head. He's like, badasses don't watch explosions, they just walk away.
He's just got mad skill.
I'm going to have to practice that, the no-look hit and recycle.
Don't try it on me, though. Oh, well, you can start trying on me, and then once you get good at it, you can go to someone else. That's fine.
What the only way to make that more badass is to, like, have, like, a book or something with you on the track and, like, be reading a book while you hit someone out. And it's like, oh.
Look, I'm impressed that you can watch 2 derby games at the same time. Like, I'm impressed by your multitasking skills, but I don't think you can handle a book while hitting.
I reckon it's worth trying.
Hey, you know what? You can try that on me, and I will teach you a lesson to never do it again. Richie's out with lead jammer.
Nice, strong lead jammer, genuine lead against a strong contingent of pink. B-Rad thinks he's got a penalty. Jam Ref marching orders very clearly signaling him, get your ass back on the track.
He's like, I was saying no lead and giving someone else a penalty. Not you, not you.
Not a cut track, not a cut track. B-Rad, look at your Jam Ref.
I love B-Rad so much.
I remember, like, what happened?
I remember I went down to Canberra and I posted on a page and said, hey, is anyone going to go skating? I don't know if you guys have training or anything like that. And B-Rad posted back really fast and be like, we're going to a skate park, you should come. I'll come pick you up. What's your hotel? And so he just came around, picked me up. We went and had skating. Heaps of Canberra skaters were there, and it was just an awesome time. Derby is so cool like that. I had someone in Sydney ask if they could have how long it was going to take to get public transport all the way up here, and I went, I'll give you a lift. Don't even worry about it. That's ridiculous. Yeah, it was you. But yeah, so Derby community is just a beautiful thing. I feel like you could easily travel the world and couch surf on a budget. As long as you got your skates, you're good to go.
Done that.
Yeah. Good times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Went to Eugene, Oregon earlier this year.
Eugene, Oregon?
Down to mate. Stayed on his couch.
Yeah. I'll be doing that when Men's World Cup is going on in Canada. That's what I'm going to be doing. I'll be on a very strict budget.
I don't know anyone from Calgary.
I know some people when I used to live over there in 2008. But I don't know how many of them have stayed in Calgary or if they've moved west or east.
I know Derby people from Canada, just none from Calgary.
I'm sure we'll make friends. We'll make friends. It'll be fine. If not, the backpackers are really cheap and really good. Just like me. I wasn't drinking Cutie Lexia last night. Yes, I was. I'm a liar. I totally did. It was worth it. It was worth it.
All right, 4 minutes, 21 left in this game. Orgasmo doing some solid blocking on Copter, but Copter just steps across 3 lanes in about half a stride of his.
Half a stride, yeah.
And goes up the inside.
He was pushing to the outside and really baiting as much as he could to the outside. And then just took, like you said, a huge step all the way in. Copter calling it off, but Carnage picking up 3 points as well.
Sneaking the points.
Yeah.
These boys from Coffs, well, from Chaos, they're not from Coffs, are really stepping it up this weekend. I believe two of the guys is their first game ever yesterday.
Yeah.
And many of them first game skating with these
Yeah.
other guys.
Yep.
And all of them, yesterday was the first game wearing this uniform.
Yeah.
And the pressure they put on the much more experienced Capital Carnage this last period has been seriously impressive. B-Rad just playing a bit of O for Boyd there. He doesn't need a lot. So B-Rad, just that tap was enough to do what he needed.
The 1 second you look down, we had Skate Slinger jump the track on an apex to remain being the blocker in the front.
I
Unnecessarily,
do love
but
an
beautiful.
apex jump block or recycle. It's a
Beautiful.
magical thing when it works.
Yeah. Sheriff.
It's highly amusing when it doesn't.
Sheriff spinning at the last second, leading with his butt into a solid 4 wall of chaos. Picks up the points, 3 of them. Very good, very good. That last little twist, last second entering the pack now is a thing that a lot of jammers are doing, and it's definitely working because it's all about the hips. All in the hips. All in the hips.
A little bit of hula hooping never hurts also.
Oh, I love a bit of hula. Mind you, whenever I think about hula, I automatically think of Timon and Pumbaa.
Uh-huh. That's not
I can't
so
remember.
effective at
Hey,
scoring
hey,
points and
but you know
maintaining
what?
your blocker advantage, but
Well, you could be a distraction. Wow.
that would work.
That would work. That's where tutus, old school derby, definitely comes in handy. Whenever I'm doing fun games, I love bringing my tutu out of the wardrobe.
I can't say I've ever worn a tutu, but I'm all for the fancy
You're
pants.
all for wearing it? Yeah, I'll get you a tutu. You can wear a tutu.
I'm all for fancy
no.
pants.
No, don't worry. I got this covered. I will bring you a tutu, and you can wear it. You can wear it to derby if you want to. I'm sure that you'll just wear it all the time anyway. I've got green,
Maybe.
red, black with little love hearts on it.
Ooh, love hearts.
Okay, you're having that one. Beautiful.
I think all the boys on the track this morning need some lessons in fancy pants. I don't see a single pair of fancy pants out there.
Well, yesterday, Carnage. Oh, I'm getting kisses from the track. Hi.
Ooh, getting some butts also.
Yesterday, everyone was wearing board shorts.
There's
and
a
I'm
few
like,
board shorts out there this morning
Yeah,
too.
but I wouldn't have thought that that is the best thing to be wearing for skating. But hey, who am I to judge? I like a good tutu.
Well, until we got team shorts, I always swore by wearing cut-off underpants. I found
Both
they were
gems,
the most.
both jammers are out. Copter's leads. Just a little bit of a step on the inside line
That
gets
was
him
the
through.
daintiest call-off I've seen Copter do, I think, ever.
What was it?
It was dainty.
Dainty. I thought you said seductive.
No.
And I'm like,
well,
what?
It could have been seductive. Like, I'm not sure that Jamref's his type, but
You never know. You never know. Who are you to judge anyway? Gosh.
Oh.
Gosh. We got 3-on-2 blocker percentage, but Carnage taking full mongrel for a big hit, but both skaters are out.
nice work.
Full mongrel
by-
picking up pace. He's sprinting after B-Rad. B-Rad's calling it off, playing it safe as indicated by his benchy.
Well, we've said it a few times. The Coffs boys have put so much pressure on Capital Carnage this second period. They've really stepped their game up. The scoreboard might not show it, but the fact that they've kept in so many single
And they've
pass
slowed down the point scoring. So even though Carnage is still revving up ahead, they've slowed down the excessive points.
They sure have. All right, so the period clock winding down. This could well be our last jam. Just 12 seconds left. A minute 33 left in this period, though, in this jam. Orgasmo getting another penalty. The Carnage boys are all standing trackside, ready to cheer. 5 points for Copter. He's going to keep going. He's like, well, I'm good. I'm going to get some more points.
Yeah.
Amuse me. Out of the pack, though, he's going to start his scoring pass. Tick with another penalty.
And we've only got the game clock remaining. Copter calling it off, picking up the 4 points at the end there.
That's going to be full time. 9 points added to the total by Capital Carnage. 292 points, plays 73. The OK Derby Butts penalty box with action right to the end. Tick Boom manages to stay in the game this one, only just. Their penalty board looking pretty messy though.
Well, you know what? Kudos though. No foul outs for Pink. A couple for Black, but you know what? I don't think any of them were crazy. I think there were things that, if anything, probably helped their jammer, which if you're going to do a penalty and it's not going to be dangerous, that's kind of preferable. All right, we got the final whistle going around. We got Coffs Coast Chaos on 73, Capital Carnage on 292. High fives all round. Oh, I do love Derby tradition, don't you?
I do. The team in pink from the nation's capital giving the high fives to everyone here at Port Macquarie Indoor Sports Stadium. Big ups to the Coffs Chaos. A new team, a lot of inexperience there. 2 guys playing their first games this weekend, really putting pressure on that second period. Those single scoring pass jams.
Richie was one of those. Which one was the other one?
I believe the Sledge was his first game yesterday.
All right. See, the amazing thing is with this, you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know it's their first game, last game. They've been playing for years. They've only had a couple of scrims or anything like that. They're all equally amazing. There's no standouts.
Solid work by all of those guys. High fives, well deserved by the boys in the black and teal.
And all the juniors are coming over.
And we're about to get a total change of pace. The testosterone and sweat's going to leave the track. The juniors are going to come and show some skill and determination.
Yeah. I wonder how many Derby leagues are just watching this and being like, all right, how old are they? Okay, we'll contact them in exactly 5 years. We'll lock them in. There's so many mad skills. There's so many skaters, particularly. I've noticed the Canberra skaters. I'm saying the Canberra skaters because I've trained them before and they're all amazing. Apexing all over the place. So cool.
Anyway, there's only going to be a very short break, so don't go anywhere. We're going to say a big thank you to all our broadcast sponsors, and we're going to run their ads right now. So I've been Colonel Panic.
You have been Colonel Panic? I thought you were Colonel Panic.
I might be later also.
Okay, cool. Well, it's up to you. I'm Pure Energy from Sydney Roller Derby League, and we will catch you guys another time. Okay, bye now.